Hey, look at that. How about it? Hey, hi. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, today we are taking a look at Hydra Heli 2. This is a fun little incremental where we're going to fly around in our helicopter and use missiles to battle it out with the various ships in the water. And we're gonna fly around and grab the resource pips and use them to get stronger and stronger, just like in real life. It's Friday. It's been a week. I really enjoy these incrementals to chill out to. And ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to chill. We're going to get a little bit stronger. So grab yourself a drink if you don't already have one. Maybe a warm or hot or cold coffee. Maybe a hot chocolate. Maybe a tea. Maybe a golden soda. If you know, you know. But we're going to have a good time doing this and close the week out, right? In an awesome way. You know what? Speaking of awesome, we have given away another 5 video games this week. And that's very exciting. We're out here doing awesome things together. And that's why I also want to tell you, speaking of awesome things, I want to tell you too that this video that you happen to be watching right now, this one right here, well, this video is also rated G. Or giveaway. Yes, folks, the GOAT is at it again. Or should I say this community is at it again. Couldn't do these without all of you. But yeah, we're going to give away a copy of Hydra Heli 2. Now, I want to say this is launching July 29th. So, might be a minute before I can get a copy to you. But we're going to give a copy away of the game. Let's go some max fuel capacity for now so that we can extend the play out there a little bit, right? I have a feeling we are going to get very, very powerful along the way. So in order to be eligible for the giveaway, it's quite simple. You just need to be subscribed, hit the like button, and leave a comment. You can comment about anything. And boy, if you want to comment about some incrementals that you're playing that I'm not playing, but I should be playing, feel free. I always love a great recommendation. Let's get some extra pips. Oh, and yes, it does have magnesis. It's going to be a minute before we can afford it, but things to look forward to out there, right? Okay. All right. This is already going really well. Let's get that cursor out there. No pips left behind, right? Yeah, I don't have a running tracker of how many games we've given away recently, but if you've been playing along at home, you know that this has become quite a regular thing. I'll have to see if my partner in crime is keeping track of where we're at these days. I should also point out that we do a community post pretty much weekly now. And that's where we reveal the selected winners, in addition to a reply to your comment when you're selected. But we find that people don't always see those, so the community post puts it all in one place. All right, I think we should keep accelerating the missiles, and maybe we want to do that as well. They're super chill, aren't they? There's not much to think about. I want to admit something to all of you here. I completed slots and diapers last night. And I had a good time. I had a good time. If you missed the video for that one, it wasn't super popular, so it's very possible that you missed out on it. Maybe by choice, which I always respect. You know, not everybody wants to watch every video that we do on the channel. But this was more of a clicker type experience, I think, is fair to say. And I had never really played clickers in the past. I still give my daughter the business because she got into cookie clicker for a little bit. And let's go with some additional fuel capacity here, and I think some additional pips would be nice. Okay. And so I found myself getting really into the clicker, but at some point I automated everything. And if you saw the game, you know, basically you have people walking around your makeshift casino floor, and they're playing machines, and you're having to click to scoop up the chips that are dropped from the machines, and then you're buying better machines and so on and so such, right? Let's do damage, and capacity will be next time. Eventually, we're going to blow up enough ships here so that we can progress onto the next area. And I bet the ships will be even stronger, but I bet they'll drop even more pips, right? Isn't that how that usually goes for us? So anyway, I automated things to the point where I was just kind of watching things happen on the screen. You know, what happens is the gamblers will fall asleep, right? And so you have to click on the gamblers and get them up and moving again. And I got to the point where they were waking up after 20 seconds, and well, it was at that point that the goat was no longer needed. My interventions, my clicks, they were no longer needed or useful. And I got to a point where I said, hey, self, what are we doing? What are we doing out here right now? I don't know that this is for me. But at the same time, the game did have somewhat of a, I don't know that I'd call it a story per se. It wasn't extremely involved, but there was a little bit of a something going on behind the scenes. And, well, I just wanted to see it through. I needed to know. And what I'm going to tell you is I enjoyed myself with slots and diapers. That said, I don't know if I would play another game that is, you know, more of a pure clicker where you can automate everything. I like a more active experience. You've probably heard me say in the past that my brother is super, super into incrementals, like the one we're enjoying right now. Now, I like to think of incrementals as being bite-sized roguelites, right? You go out here, you have a run, you shoot some ships, and you come back and you get some permanent upgrades. You go back in, you get a little bit further, you shoot more ships. Now, we could, of course, say, oh, but Goat, there's no randomization, and there's no this, and, you know, maybe the replay value is lacking. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It's probably a little bit of a stretch for me to say, hey, these are like bite-sized roguelites, you know? But I'm going to say it anyways, because it's my show. So here we are, right? But I get it. I totally get the argument against that, and respect all the feelings on it. It's a really long way of saying that I think I played my last clicker where everything can be automated. I don't know that that is something I want to do again, but I'm glad I had the experience of doing it. I really am, because otherwise, you know, I would just continue out on the periphery, giving my daughter the business for, at one point in time, being very hooked on Cookie Clicker, okay? But now, you know, now I've had the experience. I understand it. I understand it. So that was probably a lot more than you wanted to know about my history with and thoughts on clickers or games that can be fully automated. And, you know, I did find myself at one point saying, wait a second. I could walk away and just turn the television screen off and walk away, and the gamblers will still be out there doing their thing in the box that I'm staring at. Well, I guess it's more of a, it's not a box. It's definitely a rectangle because shapes. But you know what I'm saying, right? You know, you kind of know what I'm getting at, right? So, yeah, that's what I have to say on that. And I'm happy that I had the experience. Would love to gather your thoughts, you know? I mean, because there are experiences like this to be had out there, right? We have auto battlers, and those are quite popular. But again, I'd agree, even that is more of an active experience because you're having to decision strategically on, you know, maybe the makeup of your team or how you're going to outfit your team or, you know, several different things. Still can't get the magnesis. All right, so I'm going to hold out on this one because I want a little bit more fuel capacity next time. We should be able to afford such things. See, it's super chill. We can just hang out and have exhaustive conversations about games that can be fully automated, right? Right? But this is why you choose to hang out here. I think. I don't know for sure, but I think. All right. Did we do the thing? We did. Perfect. Alrighty. I hope everybody's got a nice weekend planned. I'll tell you, I've got some video games to be excited for. I was talking to a colleague for a little bit today, and we got on the subject of Belmont's Curse and just our level of excitement for this video game. I cannot wait. Let's go acceleration. No, we can't go acceleration. We're gonna hold. We'll go acceleration next time. I do think the speed of the missiles is kind of important to what we're doing here. I have a feeling we're going to get to a point where the helicopter itself has some magnesis capabilities to help pull in all these delicious pips. Okay. Okay, so we talked about wanting this, right? We've got 130 left. I don't feel like damage has been a problem, but we are going to get to the next zone soon enough, so... It's nice when they're all grouped up like that, speaking of. Alright, let's grab all of that up. It presents a fun little challenge because, you know, you're going and trying to scoop these up, but then your missiles are also affected by the course of the cursor. All right, what did we get? 181. You know, I could see holding out again. It's funny because the incrementals have a tendency to have a slightly slower start, but then you get to one of those power points, you know, where all of a sudden you feel it and you go, okay, the game has changed. Now the goat owns the waters. Okay, that was nice. We're almost, oh, I think, okay, we did. We got to the next location, which should help us with the earning factor. Plus 5% stacking damage per each missile currently launched. Yeah, that's probably worth doing. Heli fires a mounted howitzer with very limited ammo at ships. Oh, okay, a mounted howitzer. All right. Oh, I went to the same zone, didn't I? All right, well, let's just show them who's boss once more. And then we'll go to the next zone and earn quite a bit more is my bet. Especially since we've been keeping up with the missile damage capability. Let's go sweep those up. Okay. So, I kind of want to hold out for this. Let's change to the next location if we can. All right, now let's pick the new location. Perfect. Oil fields. Sounds good. Oh my. All right. Hey, I like seeing a ship go down real quick. I figured these were going to be a bit beefier, but we're holding our own. Oh, hey, that's absolutely oil. And that is going to extend the length of our run. That's awesome. All right. Okay. Look at that. So we are absolutely taking in more. Shards travel minus 5% slower over time. That's interesting. Why don't we go with some speed here? And I'm going to go with some additional speed that way. But you know what? I think we're going to be taking it over to Howitzer Town real soon, too. Magnesis is fantastic. And these guys are able to blow up our missiles with their bullets, but they're not doing a great job, and I'm kind of loving that. Okay. I think we've hit that power inflection point. Plus 5 max amount of missiles allowed at once. Yes. What is this? Deals a piercing long shot that hones in on nearby ships. Wow. But it is 11k. That's a lot. All right. I'm thinking speed again. The better to take you out with, my dear. Okay. You know, as long as you guys continue to group up like this, it's going to be really great. I think I'm going to go back to our max oil next so that we can extend things. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. Plus 1 liter. What is this? Tanker ships appear and drop fuel barrels when sunk. That's cool. That is cool. Let's go speed again as well. We're gonna have the fastest missiles in town. Okay. Where's everybody grouping up at? Down here now? All right, wonderful. Boy, we got a long way to go, don't we? Okay, minus 3% less health for all ships. Yeah, that sounds good, actually. Minus 5% less detection range for all ships. Oh, slower ships. I feel like that could be a help me hurt me, though, in a way. Plus 5 health recovery per second for the missiles. Launch rate would be phenomenal, actually. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to hold out for this, the launch rate. All right, that's what we're going to do. So far, so good, right? I had the dev for this game reach out and send me a note about it, and when I originally looked at the name of the game, my lizard brain just saw Hydra Heli, and then I immediately started thinking about that wonderful game on the NES, right? If you know, you know. Fuel is used plus 3% more efficiently. Well, I do like that, but I think we're going to do this. Perfect. More missiles launching. Nothing bad about that. Okay. And I know what you're thinking, Goat. How about some additional magnesis, right? We gotta go with it. I know. I agree. I agree. Some additional magnesis would be fantastic. Speaking of, yeah, it's a little bit further out, isn't it? But you're thinking we should just go for it and wait? I agree. I agree. Glad we're on the same page about the overwhelming value of magnesis, right? It's always been the best upgrade option. Okay. Oh, man. Speaking of, it's very much needed. All right, so guess what? We've got enough. Can we do anything else here? Yeah, we can. Okay. My buddy, who is also a gamer, was talking to me about a game that he just started playing. And he said, you know, it's taking an incredible amount of time. It's one of those survival type games where it's not immediately obvious what you need to do. And he was telling me that he's looking for games that are a little bit more forgiving of a person that doesn't have a ton of time. All right. Or a ton of shards. And I said, you know, have you given any thought to these incremental games? I said that they seem to fit in, you know, a little bit more with what you might be looking for. And so I made some recommendations there. He plays some of these games with his son, who's younger, and I think the incrementals would fit from that standpoint as well. You know, this might be worth saving up for. It sounds fun. Let's do it. You want to do it? Let's do it. Might take us a couple rounds to get there. But we'll have a howitzer. Seems worth it. Speaking of survival type games, I need to get to Subnautica 2. I don't know when I'm going to play all these games, but I really like that one. Okay. Didn't quite make it there. Let's help with that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Getting down into the ocean of Subnautica was just such an experience, so serene, until it isn't, right? If you know, you know. Yeah, there's some wacky and wild and horrific to be found in that one. No spoilers, but had a good time. Good time playing it. I hear, though, that we might be better off waiting on that one. We need one more round, as there is less content available at the current moment. That might be the type of game that I want to wait a couple of years to play until it does come out in their full 1.0. Very interesting, some of the things that went on during that game's development. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Heli fires a mounted howitzer with very limited ammo at ships, plus 40% shell damage. Interesting. Let's get some additional fuel. Let's go missile damage. And why not some missile health, too? What could go wrong, right? Okay. Oh, okay. That's awesome. All right, so we've got some auto-targeting happening as well, which is just tremendous on the howitzer. Holy cannoli. All right. I want additional time. I mean, this would be nice as well, but I think some time would be nice. Plus 5% stacking damage. Don't really need that, but we should absolutely do that. Plus 20... Oh, plus 25% movement speed on the heli. Well, that's cool. I guess our positioning does matter now with the howitzer. Oh, that was a heck of a group off to the side there. Wow. Those missiles are sprinting. Loaded them up with that new jet fuel. Okay, that rocks. I think we opened up a new location as well. Awesome. Cheers to you. I'm gonna take a sip here. Started the day with a dark roast and had a little bit left over. And I said, hey, you know what? Why don't we do this movement speed thing? And why? Oh, okay. All right, another max speed on the missiles. Why not? And let's go to the new spot if we can. Perfect. There we go. The Gulf. Earn 100,000 shards. Earn 20,000 shards in one sortie. Sink 150 ships. Okay, no problem, I think. Oh, that's, all right. So, missile health is going to be more important in this one. But I bet these shards are even juicier, if I had to guess. Oh, boy. Wow. All right, so the shards are definitely juicier. Brought back a good amount. Shards travel minus 5% slower over time. I think we're going to have to hold out for this at some point. Let's do this. Let's back this out a little bit. Plus 1 more barrels, plus 10% spawn rate of the tankers, huh? We'll do missile acceleration. Wow. Okay. Well, if we can take out more than 2 this time, that would be fantastic. There we go. Progress. I think launch rate is leaving a little bit to be desired. If I'm being honest. That would be nothing but with you. Yeah, let's maybe think about some launch rate. Let's think about some damage as well. Because we are not getting as many through anymore. The missile health, important as well. Okay. Perfect. Hey, it's a fuel ship. Nice. All right. I mean, so far this is looking better. All right, so missile health certainly a game changer. Oh, that was a very nice haul. How close are we to this? So I'm gonna make a small purchase here, and then we're gonna jump right back in. Come on, one time. As long as the howitzer did some hits, let's go for that one. Oh, wow. Okay. Outstanding. Just had to come up the side. Okay. Hey, look at this. Perfect. Plus 20% rate of fire. Well, it's going to be a minute before we get enough to do that, but I do think missile launch rate and damage should be a focus. All right, so that's going to take some shots for us up there. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. You know, I like the kind of upgrades that are weird and really change the approach. Can we get that? Can we get that? Yep. Certainly can. Wow. Oh, that was a nice haul again. All right, so let's see what we want to do. Fire rate? I'm thinking so. Why don't we go twice? And then let's do the plus 5% stacking. Let's do more missiles than... Yeah. Ooh, good. Okay. Now how about some damage as well? Maybe an additional one of those. Oh, I think this is going to be a nice one. I just kind of have a feeling. All right. How'd we do? Not bad. 7.42, huh? We want to get another one of these? Is that what you're thinking? No? All right. Saying, Goat, you have enough magnesis. For God's sakes. Stop it. All right. Let's do health again. Let's take a little bit of their health away. And that looks good to me. Okay. Things off with a bang or rang. Awesome. Broke the 10K mark. Let's just make them super fast to launch, right? And why don't we get a little bit faster of a heli? Let's do another one of these, and that's fully upgraded. Okay. Every time I think they're fast, we upgrade that again, and it turns out it can be even better. Holy cow. All right. It's just getting better and better. Piercing shot travels through +1 additional targets. I mean, that would be kind of interesting, but I don't feel like we absolutely need it right away. Yeah, I know. It helps though. It really does help. Believe you me. All right, we're gonna go with extra missile health and let's battle it out. No pips left behind ever, right? Not on our watch. Okay. Speaking of Hydra Heli and the NES games of the world, we did talk about Nintendo's recent show. Let's do this on the fuel side. And I think that's going to be it for this one, right? Yeah. Talked about the Nintendo showcase, and I'll tell you, I don't own a Switch 2, but if I did, I would be super excited for the new Star Fox, because I love that series. And then, of course, this Ocarina of Time remake. That's exciting. Looks like they're doing some cool stuff out there. Which I think they need to. If you invested in their device, right, and you picked up the Switch 2 and you're supporting them, like, you deserve some awesome games. Mm-hmm. Do we go max speed? Or do we just increase damage once again? I think we do. We can go capacity. Let's do launch rate again. Perfect. I do wonder about the exclusive FromSoft title and how that's going to do. I'm a huge fan of the Soulsborne games of the world. If you've hung out here before, you know that. I do wish I could play it and that it came to PC, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right. So what do we want to do here? Can't go launch rate. It's a little bit on the expensive side right now. Could do that. I wouldn't hate that. Oh, wow. Okay, so these are getting expensive, but that's okay. That's kind of what happens in the incrementals. I do think maybe some additional heli speed would be nice for us. Look at this big old group out here. Wow. Okay, now you're talking. Cool. 15K. Not a bad payday at all. Plus 20% rate of fire on this guy. Yep, that's absolutely going to happen. And I do think maybe we should put another one in for that, right? Maybe a little bit more speed? Why not? You know, hanging out by the gun is not, it's not the worst thing. Or having our missiles hang out, I should say. Although with the faster shots, I mean, it's kind of handling everything for us. Let's see. Missile health. Why don't we do that? Go with this too. And I suppose we'll put into this just to see what else pops. Oh, wow. Okay, now you're talking. So we can raise the value. That's probably the responsible adult thing to do. So it turns out driving missiles around on the screen is quite fun. Wow, that's fantastic. Trying to pick that stuff up. Yeah, that's a big payday. Wow. Let's see here. So I'm looking at just some of the big ones. I mean, this would be nice. Shards getting plus 5% value per minute in sortie. What? Wow. Okay. If I'm understanding that correctly. Oh, look at this. Cash buoy will dispense extra valuable shards when full if hit by crosshairs. What? Now we're starting to get weird in the best way. Okay. For all the channel members out there that are enjoying the Friday, or every other Friday, let's be honest, Tinner series, where we're currently playing Frog Monster, a very wonderfully weird video game. There will be more Frog Monster very soon, I'm happy to tell you. Let's get a little bit faster. Might as well, right? Okay, wonderful. I believe we can go to this new zone. Why not, right? Ocean Rail. Cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so the trains, I'm guessing, are worth a lot. They're gonna be tough to take out, I think. Is there any visual cue that shows they're coming, maybe? Oh, wow, almost 30. That's crazy. Piercing shot, right. I'm thinking rate of fire. Let's do it. Slow these down a little bit. Okay, yep, rate of fire. Good choice so far. Look at this big group. Cool. You know what I think we need? Yeah. Yeah, we're showing up a little bit on the weak side, I think. I could see that maybe. Okay. Let's do it. Hey, look at that. How about it? All right. We'd do it eventually. I think we probably got a ton from that train. I am thinking so. Wow. Okay, that's fantastic. So, rate of fire, you know, definitely a nice possibility there. I don't hate this as well. You know, I'm thinking, yeah. Slower ships, max speed, movement speed of the heli. Oh, extra tankers, huh? That wouldn't be terrible. Let's go slower ships and see what else shows up. Oh, a hovercraft unleashes a shock burst when destroyed, disabling all nearby ships for a short period. Okay. Just like in real life. I'm going to do another -3 health. Kind of goes hand in hand with the damage thing. Now that gun is definitely close enough. To help with the train situation. All right. I don't know that we're going to get one today. All right. So, I'm thinking value. Again, it all helps, right? I like how the missiles will just hover in place if you stop moving the cursor for a second. Oh, I was trying for it. Wow. Okay, 40K. Not quite there yet, but close. I kind of thinking we go with a small one or two, right? Guy's sitting really close to the track. This could spell train for us this time. We'd love to see it. Here we go. Maybe. All right. Well, and with the upgraded magnesis, I mean, you see what's happening out there, right? All right, come on, one time. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, 2 trains. That's crazy. Oh, because they collided? That's fantastic. Yeah, I think we need the hovercraft at this point. I think we deserve it. And I think we should get some additional movement speed. Okay. Oh, I see a hovercraft. Missed the hovercraft. That's okay. Let's grab all those pips real quick. All right. Not the greatest. I do think some recovery would be interesting since they do tend to sit out there for a little bit. Plus 100% base health per minute while in sortie. Okay. Well, we'll work up to it. Let's get this. Okay. All right, well, we're going to see what... Oh, okay. All right, I like that. Running a little low on oil. Let's see here. Why not, right? I think this is probably worth starting to put into, especially at plus 25%. I mean, that's a huge jump. Maybe we'll start saving for that a little bit. Okay, how'd we do? 51, not bad. Because we're gonna need 92,000, huh? Or we could expand this again. I don't know. I think I'd rather have the launch rate. Yeah. Perfect. Hey, if an area was gonna be stuck, we want it to be the goal. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be getting our launch rate this time. We certainly are. Okay, wow. Plus 1.5% chance for a ship to release a few fuel drops when sunk. Wow, look at the cost of that. I think the next one we're gonna want to maybe focus on, and this would be interesting too, but I think this rate of fire, I think that gun is incredible. Wow. Holy cow. Yep, loving the launch rate. Oh, that's a juicy one. Okay, so that's a little bit further off from us. Plus 7 max shells. I think it's gonna be that for right now. And I think some damage. And I think one of these, and I think one of these, and one of these, and one of these. We're just buying it out. Buy them out, boys. All right, cool. I know we burned through a lot of cache that time, didn't we? Oh, this one's gonna be pretty big, I think. I'm not gonna worry about the trains just yet. Wow. I was gonna say, are we gonna hit 100 that time? All right. I don't know that I want an extra hovercraft out there just yet, but I could maybe see the smaller launch rate, right? So that's maxed out now. All right, I'm gonna go with that. Oh, look at this. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna drop 2 extras. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll save up. So when they say destroy a train, like, are we saying the entire train? Like, shoot the very front of it so that you can take the whole thing out? Because, well, you know what? Maybe we'll find out this time. No, maybe we won't. I'm going to run out of fuel. I bet that's what it is, though. Okay, so we wanted the... Yeah, we wanted this one, ultimately. Cash buoy. Okay, why not, right? It sounds weird. Well, it's gonna help us get to this. There's the cash buoy. All right, so that doesn't do anything until it's full. That looked pretty good. Awesome. Yeah, why not, right? Just devastate everything in the area. Yeah. I mean, the light definitely, well, it turned yellow. Okay, so it was yellow for a moment. I think I had to maybe hover over it in time. They don't give you a ton of time. Wow. All right, it's getting good. Let's get a little bit more oil capacity there. It's 20% spawn rate on the hovercraft. Slower ships. Wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that. All right. More efficient fuel. Nice. A little bit more across the board, right? worry about that in a moment. Or we won't, because our sniper tower is taking them out for us. Okay. Maybe this is the time that we find out. At the same time, perhaps not. Well, they counted that as a destroyed train, looks like. Cool. Well, I think we should go with this. Plus 6% bullet attraction to nearby ships. Oh, that's... Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, so you can get homing shots then. That's pretty amazing. I mean, I had to. It was right there. The sniper is awesome. So was all the oil. Let's grab all of it if we can. Wow. Okay, it's getting wild. Wow. All right, 2 trains down. Let's see what we got here. 400K for the homing shot ability. I think this is it. I think this is the one. That's the one. Let's do this as well. And yeah. Wow. Might as well take another one out, right? The pips are all over the place. I do think I'm gonna get the 7 extra shells on our howitzer. Where was that one? Over here. Now let's do that. What do we have here? Oh my goodness, plus 50% damage for 1 million though. This would be interesting to do as well. Maybe next time. Ooh, okay. Are we counting that as a whole train though? I wonder. Yeah, with being around longer, those howitzer bullets are coming in handy more and more. Nice oil pickup there. All right, let's try and grab all of this. Holy moly, I think this is gonna be a big one. Yep. Good deal. 5 out of 10 trains as well. Oh, look at that. Wow. I also wouldn't mind this. I think that's definitely one of the things that's responsible for all the additional cash that was earned. Speaking of additional cash. All right. Sorry about this train. Yeah, I mean, now we still have 15 shots. Okay, hey, we saw it pop off. Great. We know it works. We're saying, Goat, we always knew it worked. You just weren't watching it, Goat. You need to look at the screen, Goat. I know. I know it. Okay. My goodness. Wow, it's another train. All right, 7 out of 10 trains. 227,000. Wow. Okay. Plus 20% rate of fire. I mean, I don't hate it. Okay. I would love this. I don't hate that. I don't hate that either. I also think this is awesome. I think they're all awesome, it turns out. Let's go impact radius. Let's do more barrels. Extra tankers. Extra magnesis, right? Is that what you were thinking? Did I take the words right out of your mouth, right? Yeah, I know. I know. All right. All the oil. Boom. Not too shabby. Okay, plus 20% rate of fire. I am leaning towards it. I am leaning towards it. Let's do it. That leaves us with 5.49, which is basically 0 nowadays. Okay. I was right there. You know, the trains give you so much, though. And I know, now you're saying, oh, he's coming with the excuses. Can't just hit the damn light. There. I got close to it. I don't think we popped it off, though. Oh, there it is, folks. We made it. Okay. Well, what do we want? We've got quite a bit of do-re-mi here. I could see a business case for this. I could see a lot of business cases. Okay, maybe, you know what? Let's just invest in our future. Okay, and let's see what we got up next here. All right. Where are we going here? The sub base. Okay. Wow. They're big and beefy again. Thank goodness for the howitzer shots we had left. Okay. 232, not bad. I think damage is going to be leaving a little bit to be desired, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see if that makes a little bit of a difference. Yep. It's seeming to. I know we got the howitzer firing off at the same time. we do seem to be taking out more ships. We get about 220 last time. It'll be interesting to compare. Oh, man, okay. All right. So... this is also interesting. Let's go rate of fire on this guy. That doesn't leave much, does it? Like I say, I think it's the perfect game for a Friday when it's already kind of been a week, you know? Just want to relax and fall into something fun. It's good. It's good, clean fun. I know, I blew it again. I was right there. Yeah. It's definitely on me. It's not on you. Folks, this is a game called Hydra Heli 2. This is a rated G video. This game comes out in late July, and we're going to give away a copy of the game. So be subscribed, hit the like button, leave a comment, and one of you will get a copy of the game. And do keep an eye out for those Friday community posts. I've included a fun little picture. It's becoming a little bit of a what changed from last week. They're fun. Remember those? Get the side-by-side photo, and you go, okay, what's different? You gotta spot the... You know what I'm getting at. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. Have a fantastic weekend. Have some coffee. Eat a hot dog. Go eat a hamburger. Just have a fantastic one. Chill out. And we'll see you next time out there. Goodbye. Focus. Maybe we can slow down time. Malignancy.